that all our finances and our money can't buy us out of. Circumstances with all our high-powered friends and powerful positions and lofty places cannot deliver us from. Brothers and sisters, David was in that type of situation, and David calls it a pit. Now, brothers and sisters, I learned much from David, and I watched him and I listened closely as he talked about his pit experience. He said, I learned some things from David with his experience, with his pits, that have proven to be helpful with me, with my own pit, and I submit to you today that you can equally be helpful likewise to each of you who will just take the moment and listen at David. David was in a pit, and David declares that he did not experience, watch this, rapid rescue. That is the first thing that David tells us in the report. Now, how do I know that? Because how do I know that David did not experience rapid rescue? Well, it's simply right there, because David says in that first verse, he says he waits. And that means that deliverance and rescue did not come quickly. It did not come swiftly. David had to wait. Now, I want to talk to some of us here today who have to have everything right away. I want to talk to some of us who are in this microwave age, who likes everything right now, soon, and in a hurry. Listen to me, brothers and sisters, some things will require the best of us to have to wait. David declares, I waited. Now let me remind some of us and inform others of who David was. First of all, David was a man after God's own heart. Not only that, but David was one who was dear in the eyes of the Almighty. But still David, y'all know him, don't you? Jesse's boy, have y'all heard of him? David, Jesse's baby boy, David the 8th child of Jesse. And David still had to wait. Now, you know, I'm talking about the one who slew the giant Goliath, still had to wait. David, the sweet singer of Israel, David who kept his father's sheep, David who slew a lion and a bear. I'm talking about David still had to wait. Now, brothers and sisters, waiting is sometimes necessary. As a matter of fact, one songwriter declared that you can't hurry God. No, you just have to wait. We will still have to trust in him and give him time, no matter how long it takes. He's a God that you cannot hurry, but he'll be there. Don't you worry. He may not come when you want him to come, but he always shows up all the time. David also shares with us today in the quality of his wait. Now, right along here is where God really want to help you individuals. Now, watch this. Watch the text. David says, I was down in that horrible pit, and I couldn't get myself out. And I had to wait on the only one who could deliver. Now listen, it was obviously a pit, brothers and sisters, that had no other human could get him out of. And David's scripture says, David declares that he waited, but then David declares the quality of his wait, because David says, I did not wait with a type of emotion that will cause me to be uneasy. Listen at me, somebody. David says, I did not wait, amen, with the type of limited tolerance, but David declares, not only did I wait, but here's how I waited. I waited patiently. Listen. Y'all have to learn to shout, because listen, I talked to David late on this morning because I want to know what enabled him to be in something that he himself called horrible. And Lord have mercy. And because I want to know what enabled him to be in something that caused him to be able to wait with patience. But David said, listen, trainer, the reason why I would wait with patience, now watch this, get ready for your shout, is because I knew who I was waiting on. Y'all missed it right there. Y'all missed it. He said, listen, brothers and sisters, when you know that you are waiting on the right one, you can wait with patience. And David declared by saying, trainer, I was able to wait patiently because David said, I waited with faith. Now, can I tell you that faith will settle you down? Faith will calm you down. Faith will tell you, don't worry, be happy. Faith will tell you, here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note from note. Don't worry, be happy. Lord have mercy. Faith will tell you, listen, he's coming. And faith will tell you that even if things start to look worse, before they start to look better, faith will tell you, just wait and wait with patience. And faith will tell you that when he gets everything, when he gets there, guess what? Everybody and everything will be all right. And somebody here in this congregation is dealing with a situation that has required you to wait. Somebody in this room right now who's dealing with some circumstance, and you have been praying and talking to the Lord diligently and earnestly, but yet, my brothers and sisters, you have come to discover that the days have turned into weeks, and the weeks have turned into months, and the months have turned into years, and you are still waiting. But David declares that I waited patiently for the Lord. And now listen, in addition, can I tell you that when you and I know what we know, and when you know who you know, and when you know what you know, you can stretch out and you can rest with blessed assurance that everything is going to be all right. And God wanted me to tell somebody today who literally just needs to be calmed down. Yeah, talk to me if you will. Talk to me if you can. Listen, God does not care how much we pace the floor at night, because that don't make him come no sooner. Faith will talk to you, and brothers and sisters, God is impressed not by the walking, but he's impressed by your faith. Now David declared, I waited patiently for the Lord. Now David doesn't tell us how long he had to wait, but he just declared that he waited patiently. But now watch this. However the waiting period was, David declares, I waited with patience. And David declared that his wait, guess what, paid off. Now I'll soon be through. Now watch this. David declares something else that blessed me greatly, and I'm going to let you go on. David said that the Lord, now watch this, now somebody need to hear this, that the Lord inclined unto him, that the Lord basically heard his cry. Y'all know what to shout. Lord have mercy. Listen, David says, listen, while I was waiting with patience, I wasn't just down there sitting with my mouth shut. But David says, while I was down there in the pit waiting, I did something. David said, guess what? I cried unto the Lord. Can I tell you that while you are in your pit, learn how to call him up and tell the Lord what you want. Now, Jesus is on the main line. Now David says David cries out, and he says he heard my cry. In other words, he said the Lord heard my prayer.